Whiter than white. The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio now. Whiter than white. The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to.
This is Radio Biafra.
Oh, nada. Land of the right side. John Lovine. My originality. Land of the right side. Biafra. Land of the rising sun. Biafra. My home, my fatherland. Biafra. Land of the rising sun. Biafra. My home, my fatherland. We are children of the Most High, called by the name of God, the Creator. Wise men from the east, south, and the middle, great Biafran people. We're taking it to idol worship and we lost the face of our God. And as we wallowed in idol worship, the British entered in, training on the Niger, exploiting Jah people, trading by barter. You give me palm oil and take soup, so them entered in. I brought in civilization, brought in Jah religion, and told us about America, and we embraced them. I never knew them got ulterior motive. With religion splitted us amongst our brethren, with denomination tear us apart. Building churches, schools and hospitals. We'll have on the way out to pay this much to be your place forever. Oh, nah. So we fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schisms. We fought so hard against them systems, fighting against them schisms. But our lives have gone poor. At the very spot we left our America. Now it's the time to be restored. Great Biafra be restored. I want freedom for my people. Freedom for Biafra. I know Biafra. Land of the rising sun. Land of the rising sun. Biafra. My home, my father. The descendants of Abraham. Biafra. From Father Isaac. The descendants of Jacob. Biafra is a reality. My fatherland. My originality.
Why are you people lying? Why don't you tell them they want an independent Biafra? Oh, they're fighting for their freedom. So we owe everything to Chukwuka asked us to come. Not by our own might, nor power, nor will, but by the grace of the Most High.
Back in 1914, amalgamation, colonial masters, criminal masters, mercenary soldiers, Frederick Lugard, brought together all the captives, including Jah people, the Yoruba and the Ariwas, and so many other people, Gondos, Nigeria, area. Oh, tradition, different language, different in everything, overstanding on the reason line, for to coexist together. Inclusion and confusion, describing us on lies and water. That can never be. Planted and covers, them representatives here in Nigeria, looting all our treasures. Colonial external, marginalization of the land. Now is the time to be majestic, now is the time to be restored. Great Biafras be restored. I want freedom for my people, freedom for Biafra, Biafra, land of the rising sun, Biafra, my home, my father's land. Father's love. My originality.
White to the white. The radio station with more. You're listening to the radio station.
You're listening to.
This is
Radio Biafra. Radio Biafra.
Yes, once again, wonderful Biafrans across the globe, I welcome you to this very segment. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Radio Biafra London. Radio Biafra London is being anchored by the deputy leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. His name is Mazi Uche Okafor-Mefo. He is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. Mazi Uche Okafor-Mefo is the man who have assured us that he will not allow the heart of this project to see corruption. Believe me, I do not expect everyone to understand the mindset behind those words, but one day we shall. He is standing in a deputizing capacity on behalf of our supreme leader, Mazen Nandi Okukano. He is the king of Afari Beku. Afari Beku is in Umuahia. Umuahia is in Abia State, and Abia State is Biafra land. He is the director of Radio Biafra as well as Biafran Television, the one and the only man who stood up to speak for the collective interest of the Biafran people for over 60 years. Nobody have done this. And by the special grace of Chukwu Kikabiama, I remain George Onyibe. I come from Abo. Abo is in Delta State, and Delta State is Biafra land. And of course, as always, I cannot proceed until I acknowledge the Creator, the one who made the heavens and the earth, who has set our feet upon this path that we must follow. For without him, we are gone as a people. And so in my humble way tonight, I say to him as always, Anyị naja gị mma maka n'eziokwu n'ịmara mma o, ịhụnanya gị n'ịma gị, obiọma gị o juru anya dadi o, inwe gị mgbanwe o, ọ dịghị onye dịka gị, ịbụ Alpha na Omega, anyị niile na-asị na ịdị mma o. You see. And without wasting much of our time, we will be going to our topic on this very segment, which is simply titled Colonial Power Control Strategy. The Colonial Power Control Strategy. Colonialism or colonization or imperialists or terrorists, they are all the same to me. They just the same product but in different packages. The sickness of the black today is that of the name of the disease is colonialism or colonization. This is what plagues the earth. I want to believe that from the day man left their territory, their abode, seeking for others to undermine and subdue, not just to beast of burden, but reduce to almost a piece of dustbin. The world began to have a problem, and not until they do the right thing, the world as you know today may not recover, because there is a serious awakening, I can assure you that. And so when we say colonial power control strategy, I want you to understand that they had power. It could be power of deception, it could be power of misleading, it could be power of, take any grammar you want to use. They have power. The colonial masters has diabolical powers. They are the juju themselves, but they do know how to, upgrade their image to make them look like Angel Michael or Angel Gabriel. But they understand that things are changing already. And so one of the greatest things we have achieved here on Radio Biafra is that our leader, Mazen Nandekano, has been able to set something in motion. It could not be explained in English language, honestly. He set something in place, and now all of us can see. Finally, all of us can talk. And some people are not very happy about it, and then they begin to tell you, oh, in the mado, in a main car, you insult people. But let me tell you, a pregnant woman in a labor room does not blow whistle to deliver. When a woman is pregnant and she is in a labor room, she does not whistle to deliver. Can't you people understand that Biafrans are pregnant? We are in a labor room. You do not expect us to be blowing whistle. And you chona mu Biafra. O menunu ratu enyane kapuhebe ni rebu no ofefe. O ganga hwagariale. And now that is why we behave the way we behave. Honestly, we don't expect you to understand how we feel. You have not been there. And pray you don't get there, because you will go jagger more than we have ever been. Believe me, we are gentle people doing all we can so the world will understand this. But we know how to improvise at the end of the day. That having been said, from time immemorial, there has never been a record of black people being aggressive, if I may remind you that. When you come, you judge us, I want you to check as far as you can date back. There have never been a record of black race being aggressive. No single record. There is no single record. I have not heard, okay, the blacks went to America and conquered America. They fought Australia. They were peaceful people. And that is what has led us to this place. Unlike the Biafrans, we are peaceful people. That is why you see Ganga Logun everywhere, jumping up and down. As far as I'm concerned, Yoruba Osa Fulani are Ganga Logun. They are doing Ganga Logun, coming to harass us, because they understand it's not our style. But let me tell them tonight that we are learning. We are upgrading. We will get to that level. Since there are people who can just start killing and then they think they are born to rule, maybe we start killing and all of us were born to rule. Europe must wait for more immigrants. We are coming. Africa must wait. Prepare your xenophobia. If you don't let us go, we don't threaten people, we make you a promise. We will come to a stage. The world will bring, how do they call it in English? They will bring aid, solution. You will bring food to come and feed us in Europe. Because you will see Hausa, you will see Yoruba, you will see Fulani. AK-47 will not solve this problem. Believe me. We can't stop this anyway. There is no history of black people being aggressive. And so when I say Hausa, Yoruba allowing themselves to be common tools in the hand of ISIS and other terrorists across the globe, I begin to wonder, are they really the main people? What is exactly going on? We have never been antagonistic. We have never shown barbaric nature, even though they refer us as this, except that we were said to be. It was said to be on our behalf, unlike the case of Biafra. When they talk about Biafra, blacks, they say they are aggressive, they are barbaristic, they are antagonistic, they are rigoristic. All this grammar, you are the one saying it for us. There are blacks everywhere in the world, working very hard. Some of them changed themselves to beasts of burden, working very hard to make ends meet. The situation most of you created from here in our home has made us not to be able to stay our home. And so if you are a Caucasian American, you are a Jamaican, did I say Jamaican? Arabian, you are Onyibe, and you are listening to me, your fathers, they did us evil. Don't let them tell you otherwise. They did us evil. We are the ones being hunted down everywhere. But this is exactly the lot or the fate of the Biafran people. We are the one working hard to make ends meet. We are the one that will not allow us, they won't allow us to use our resources to develop our place. It's unbelievable. But believe me, we have come in terms with this nonchalant behavior coming from within and outside our home. And now we have come to a stage where we all understand that no matter how you want to twist the issue of Biafra, only one thing stands, and that is Biafra restoration. The same way, it is amazing that the history of the world is simply a chronicle of oppression. Each time you look at the history of the world, they want to tell you their achievement. It's just another record of oppression, I must tell you. The mighty rob the poor. The intellectual take advantage of the ignorant. The strong intimidate the weak. And then the white are always trying to dominate the black. The same way you see Yoruba greatest achievement is, oh, how do I deal with Igbo man? How do I make Igbo man remain on ground? That is the same way it is to other breed and race. In their kind, the greatest achievement of America is how many black people they still hold as slaves today. It's amazing, very painful, but this is the truth. The greatest achievement of Buckingham Palace, London, UK, whatever you call it, is that yes, they stole from Africa. The greatest achievement of China and Japan is that they are in Africa raping little children, stealing everything they can lay hand on. Is it Arab? Just look at you as a world power. Your greatest achievement is feeding from our misery. This is hate speech. This is very bad. These people insult people. They curse people. But let's put that aside. Is it true? Are we saying the truth? And so, like I said earlier, it is amazing that the history of the world is shred in a chronicle of oppression. This having been said, it is important we move ahead to understand the strategy of this power that controls us. If I sit down and I look at people do what they do, sometimes I feel like crying, sometimes I feel like smiling. Let us look at it bit by bit. The colonial master has a strategy through which their power is deployed. Colonial power control strategy, as I call it. They had a method, different formula. But tonight I want to focus, because of our time, mainly on the strategy they use to control us. They have power. They use this power strategically to control us. Number one, they put you on a defense angle so that you can never have the privilege of seeing your own part of the story. The colonial master, the way they strategically manipulate you, subdue you, reduce you to anything they want. Number one principle they use in this power control is to make sure that they put you on a defensive angle. You see, I have said this before. My boss in those days when I was under him, it was in Port Harcourt then. That should be 1998. The company I work for actually handled the renovation of the Port Harcourt local airport, nickname aka International Airport. And the engineer in charge of the airport at that time, his name is Engineer Odegi, also from Delta State. He had a very long quarrel with my boss. I really don't understand what the issue is, but both of them were really diggering it, honestly. And then at the end of the day, my boss had every reason, or should have been calm, because these people are the ones giving us the job. If you challenge them this way, they could as well take the job from us. But my boss will not back down. He challenged the engineer and they argued and argued and argued, and finally the airport engineer backed down for my boss. And when we were going out, my boss said to me, you see, all these people who think they are big man, they have a strategy. of intimidating people. He said they are the one that will be at fault, but they will continue to push the blame on you. He said their target is to make sure that you keep on defending yourself without having the privilege to explain what happened, or what has happened, or what is happening. I say, and I begin to take record of all those events. And so as a small boy, as a poor man, each time I have an encounter with a big man, no, my friend, let me create another scenario. For instance, you are a driver. Your boss asks you, come and drop me in the office. And you say to your boss, as the big man, the fuel in the car cannot take us to the office. Your boss will respond to you and say, can't we manage it? And then you are being a good driver. You tell him, I can manage it. You better pray to God that that fuel will take you people to the office. Because peradventure, the fuel drops you people on the way. Despite the fact that you had this consent before entering the road, you will suffer for it. Because the moment your car fuel got exhausted on the way, the first thing your boss will say, my friend, why don't you tell me we don't have enough fuel in this car? And you will respond as a good boy and say, sir, but I told you at home and you said I should move ahead. And then you told me at home, am I the driver? How am I supposed to know that this fuel cannot take us to the office? My friend, it looks as if you don't know your work. If care is not taken, you will not receive your salary that month. This is what the people who think they are big men, this is what they do. Deception everywhere. And so, all of you Biafrans, I'm listening to you, poor, as far as you have a boss under you, monitor them. That is how they behave. They keep blaming you for every misfortune. They keep blaming you for every mistake. The idea is to shut you down so you will never have the time to say the truth. It is one of the methods that the colonial masters, as they call themselves, used to undermine the sovereignty of Biafra. And that is exactly the same thing, the position Nigeria has placed us until our leader Mazen Nnamdi Kanu came. Who mess? Igbo man. Who shit? Igbo man. Who do this? Igbo man has spent all their life trying to define themselves. And of course, you know when I say Igbo man, I mean Biafra man. Now that name, they pepper them. They hear that name every day, whether they like them or not. Igbo man shit. Igbo man mess. Igbo man otototororo. Igbo man otototororo. This is how they do. And a lot of Igbo people are busy waiting for analyzation. Let us analyze. We don't mean it. Don't mind our son in Nnamdi Kanu. We didn't send him. Who asked you? Today you are looking at all of them now. And they deliberately want us to be defending ourselves. Oh, we are not insulting people. I am not pardon them mado. We pardon them mado. We didn't pardon them mado. We sought on them mado. We didn't insult them mado. But has it changed the fact that our request has not been granted? Has it changed the fact that our fathers 53 years ago fought for the same thing we are fighting for? Has it changed the fact that Nigerians are still doing to us what they did to our father even 57 years ago and over 100 years ago? We have been working on the same path. Has it ever changed that fact? And now you know how they function. IPOB is doing well, but the pattern is not okay. We are not enjoying it here. If you are a member of IPOB, you understand what we do here. This is a Royal Rumble. It's not an easy to be IPOB member. Of course, if you see a coordinator, respect them. But it looks as if we don't have choice, even when we have choice. So one of the strategies to control you is to keep you on a defensive angle. They are the one that make mistake. They are the one that come and accuse you. My friend, why did you do this one? Why did you? Now me, they put for defensive angle. Our fathers all their life tried to explain. Will the Yoruba man understand that the Yoruba nation can even be better than Biafra because they love themselves? Will Hausa man and Fulani man understand that their cow can be exported to Biafra land and they rule Africa because they love themselves? Why don't they see the Igbo man that don't love himself and let them go so that in 1 week we kill ourselves and then they can now come and take over the land? Is that not possible? So anytime you are coming, bringing that blame game, we understand it. We will be the one to blame you until your head is off. You will lose your, how then they speak this English? When we are done with you, when I remember the English, I will come back for you in the ara. And so when you see big man who is there finding fault, don't back down on them. Stand on the truth. Let them do whatever they want to do. But at the end, maybe on your behalf, they will recognize you. You see this one they are doing because of Biafra issue. Let them put on any protocol. It has gone beyond their control. They can be rest assured of that. We will continue telling them what we want. We will continue pressurizing them. We will continue registering our displeasure. We will continue to make our voice to be heard across the globe. How they respond, how they reciprocate to our cry really doesn't matter. But you know, in the end, all must hail Biafra. Number 2, they criminalize all your activities in order to justify the need why you must be kept behind bars. You hear American penitentiaries, prison all over America. It's meant for black people. Oh, he's a drug baron. Oh, he's a 419. Hey, he's a yahoo. Oh, he's a nigger. Oh, he's a gada. The point is, it doesn't mean Onyibe don't steal. Onyibe who looted Africa, they don't steal now. Only black people are meant for prison. We understand how it works. The same way here in Nigeria. Everything you see criminalize us. Igbos are ritualists. Igbos are kidnapper. Igbos are this one. Igbos are Ngene. Igbos are Nga. What is all this? They criminalize you. And our elders say that when you want to kill a dog, you give it bad name. If you see anybody trying to criminalize you, know the person is a devil. They set trap for you so that you fall. That is why we have to be very careful. They will call our politician, give them carrot. Our politician will be following them. Oh, second tenure. Till you reach Ugwausa, you fall inside the pit and you cannot come out again. If you talk, they blackmail you. A lot of people are standing by to blackmail you, but I'm waiting for all of you. They criminalize you. We have not shot anybody in this struggle as far as I can remember. We have not killed anybody in this struggle as far as I can remember. We have been doing the same thing for over how many years? Let us go. We keep saying the way we are saying, but while we are doing this, you people are the one criminalizing us. Fulani headsmen, Miati Allah, Boko Haram, Lamido Sanusi Lamido, they are all born again Muslim. But IPOB is a terrorist. You see? The next thing they do is they criminalize you. Look at colonial masters. They told you your father is a chimpanzee, a monkey, and babu, but their own father don't have food. The only food they have is sugar, and puff. They criminalized our ancestors. Oh, they are evil. They are demon. Oh, they are this one. Oh, they are that one. Were you the one carrying out surgical operation in our land before you invaded our land? Were you the one in charge of antenatal care? Were you our gynecologist? Were you our dentist? Were you our optician? Were you our physician? Who were you? Were you doing those things for them? But you have criminalized them. Ordinary black man, nobody have value on themselves again. You are waiting for the testimony of a white God, a white man, for you to work hard and change your destiny. The same way Nigerians are fighting, let's protect Nigeria. It's our Onyibe made Nigeria. They criminalize you. As far as I'm concerned in this struggle, we have asked for one thing. We continue doing that thing peacefully. That does not mean it's going to end like that. It's as simple as that. We keep making them understand. Let us go. Let us go. Every day they are pushing us. They criminalize us. I thank the Creator. Things are getting better, I should say. Because before now, when you say you say Biafra, people start running. Oh, don't give us war. Don't give us war. But Biafra never fought war. It should have been referred to as Nigerian genocidal war against the Biafrans. They brought war to our land. But in order to criminalize us, Nigerian Biafran war, it looks as if we carried AK-47 and start fighting Nigeria. But maybe we will make that record straight very soon. So the colonial master have strategies of controlling, dispensing their power, controlling everybody. They follow this pattern. That is exactly the same thing Nigeria is doing. The first thing Nigeria has been doing is pushing the blame game on us. So we stand defending ourselves. We don't have that time for you. We gave you that opportunity when we went to the court with you. But you were nowhere to be found in your own court. They go ahead, continue blackmailing us. BBC, CNN are doing their job. But like our leader say, we are waiting for all of you. The third method or strategy they use is that they will demonize your culture and tradition just to make sure that they inflate self-hate on you, which will eventually kill you with inferiority complex. Don't you know most of you inferiority complex has killed you? Because they demonize everything that you have been proud of. You should have been proud of. And then inferiority complex kill you. Look at you now, you are working for Oyibo man. Oyibo man that cannot brush his teeth. And when he can, hey, yes sir, he's Oyibo. Who they give a fuck about that? Now, let me remind you something. There are certain decisions we didn't have our own. We did not have the privilege of making our own impact. I am born a black man, not because I want to, but the Creator made it so. I saw my parents, not because I choose them. The Creator made it so. And I see myself a Biafran, not because I want it that way. The Creator made it so. And in this very situation, for instance, I'm a man. I did not choose to be a man. The Creator made it so. And then the best thing I can do for myself is to appreciate the Creator for making me who I am. I could not have been a better person if I'm a Caucasian man, if I'm an Arabian man, if I'm a British man. There is no possibility that I would have been a better person because they have lunatics in Britain, you have lunatics in America, you have lunatics in China, in Japan, Arabia, everywhere. And now, coming to the conclusion that I never made this decision for myself, but it's as a matter of divine providence, what do? I accept it gladly, and I'm forever grateful to it. And I support it with the scripture that says, you are fearfully and wonderfully made. Do you know if God were to give me a phone call now, I mean my Creator, I say, I want to send you back to the earth again, and that is in another lifetime. Who will you like to be? Believe me, with what I know today, I will choose Biafra. I will choose Biafra 100 times over. You see, believe me, with what I know now, I will still choose my father. Believe me, with what I know now, I will still choose my mother. And I make sure that when I come back again, I will correct some of their mistakes. I don't have any regret. No regret whatsoever. What these people do to you is they demonize your culture and tradition, inflating you with self-hate, which will eventually lead to your death by inferiority complex. I have no regret in working with Nnamdi Kanu. I have no regret in being member of IPOB because they are the Alpha and the Omega, the freedom fighters of Biafra land. We will continue marching on until our freedom is given. We will continue marching up until Nigeria is down. There is no regret about it. I will choose it 100 times over. You know, the people want you to see you are inferior, you are complaining. So when we come here, we begin to mourn. Mewara muzondo jineke mewara muzondo uamara nasigu chinefi mewara muzondo. No, we will not mourn, but rather, according to Ojukwu, this issue, Biafra phenomenal issue, we will proclaim it with pride. Believe me, despite everything we are going through, in 100 lifetime, I want to be a Biafran. In 100 lifetime, I will still choose my mother and my father over anybody. In 100 lifetime, I will not debate whether I will be a man or a woman. I will tell God, do it the way you want. Because only Biafran women give birth to real men. Go and find out. Not the one following Yoruba and Hausa Fulani. Of course, that is the third strategy they use. Before now, Nigerians made us to hate ourselves. You will see a full-fledged Biafra man behaving like Hausa Fulani. The question is, if you are not being destroyed by inferiority complex, have you seen them do that way? Have you seen Yoruba wearing Isiago just to tell you he's Igbo? But we are the one emulating them. Inferiority complex has killed us. We can't even speak up. We can't speak up. Believe me, not until you have been able to develop self-awareness. Not until you have been able to set up certain principles that become the very fabric foundation of your very existence. You will die of inferiority complex. Some people will kill themselves tonight because they couldn't afford a car. Some people are going to kill themselves because they can't feed their family properly. Some people are going to blame their grandfather and ancestors because they didn't go to school. And some people are going to look for where to put their blame for their failure. No, you will die of misery if you are such a person. And this is exactly what the enemy wants from you. This is how they control you. They tell you your father is your problem, your mother is your problem, everybody is your problem, Ototo is your problem. Go to inside and talk to Yoruba people. They will tell you your politicians are your problem. They will never tell you the aspect that they contributed to your problem. And now let me tell you, if you are a poor man, be happy that you are a poor man. Because big man cannot be you. I tell you, if you are not educated, be happy that you are not educated. Because these educated people can't be illiterate. They don't know what it means to be illiterate. Satan envy man. Satan will never have rest. Even though Satan is immortal and humans are just mortal, yet he envies us because Satan can never know what it means to manifest true love. And now you see, I don't envy their immortality, but I cherish the love that lives in my heart, which has made man the best creature of the creator. Don't let me distract you. Focus on the strategy through which the colonial master controls you. They have a strategy, a power control strategy. Once they deploy it, they're controlling everybody. That is exactly what Nigerians are doing. You are in the office, Fulani man is controlling you. And you're being Rakadede. Are you an idiot? Are you an idiot? Rakadede for the person that didn't go to school? Number 4. Another strategy they use is strategy of blackmailing. They blackmail you in order to create division in the system, which will eventually keep you in an non-resistance mood. They blackmail you. Go and look at Michael Jackson. He was blackmailed. Oh, he pregnant me. A whole Michael Jackson. The same Michael Jackson that will remove his shirt. The whole Igbo will start jumping. Oh, touch me, Michael. Michael, touch me. Oh, touch me, Michael. They will start fainting. Have you not know they watch and for fame? But yes, some court in America tell you, yes, Michael Jackson, you raped this girl, you are charged for raping. And these people will be behaving like a mature pig going to court that Michael Jackson raped people. And you people will agree. Now today, she dey for back. What about Michael Jordan? What of O.J. Simpson? Can somebody actually tell me a great black man who has not been charged for all those things? Everybody has. They blackmail you. Like our leader said, Nnamdi Azikiwe was blackmailed and then he abandoned Biafra. And more blackmail is coming. But believe me, you don't know anything. Our leader have been blackmailed many times. Ours no bound. But the reason why they blackmail you is to destroy your resistive mode. You cannot resist any longer. Look at our governor. The first thing they do is to indict you. Any governor that stand up now and speak up, they will rubbish him. They never had anything against Winky, but they have started. The moment they send him 70-something billion or million naira, whatever, for the first time they recognize late Buhari. as a president of all of us. But Buhari, we can't forget that Buhari have told us that he's a president of 75, not to the everybody. And now you see how they indict them. So they blackmail you against one another in order to create division in the system, which will eventually keep you in an unresistant mode. Today we have spent more energy trying to tell you, oh, we are all the same. Ijo, Akwa Ibom, Irobo, Ishekiri, Anam, Ekpam, all of you gather, we are the same. We have been shouting this thing, and you know it is true. But because of the seed of discord, the blackmail that have been sown among us, we cannot even defend our land. What I'm saying they do didn't end with them. They have their protege on ground, and some of us are learning from them. But woe betide you if you have this knowledge and you still use it against your own brothers and sisters, and you come and tell us what the colonial master do. I tell you, you are worse than the colonial master. Number 5, they create a system that keeps you perfectly dependent on them, through which means they control you economically, socially, and otherwise. They create a system that keeps you dependent on them. Everything you're dependent on them. Nigeria can't write constitution. They are going to copy and paste according to my leader from London. British government came and put a wig on top of the head of the lawyers. They are gone. We are still wearing the same wig. We can't even write constitution. If Onyibe now decide to seize drug, their pharmaceutical product, all of us will die. They keep us depending on them. To wear Biafra attire, do you think it is easy? The money you use to buy one Ishiago shirt, you can use it to buy 30 jeans. And so why do you think our people will patronize our own textile product? Let me tell you something. I have a brother who is a specialist in manufacturing of Riley bicycle then. He went to submit a quotation in Shell SPDC. And he had a very wonderful, how do you call it, sample to give to them. His own Riley was even better than the one they imported from London in those days. And then at the end of the day, because his own Riley was very fine, they gave him the contract. And when the brother started importing parts to couple the Riley, he noticed that the import duty and all that protocol relating to importation was so high, he could not meet up. At least for the first time, SPDC was trying to do the right thing. So what the brother did was to go and buy fake material to produce the Raleigh in order to meet up. Because they come to Alaja, they steal alloy aluminium, they steal other steel and rod that are there, irons that are there. They take it to London or America or India or China or Japan. They go and refurbish it and send it back to us. The same way they take our crude oil and gas, they take it to somewhere God knows, refine it and bring it to sell for us, making it very expensive. This brother actually gave Shell very clean bicycle, rally bicycles. But do you know, in less than 1 year, all the bicycles have rusted. Because the kind of material he used was not actually protected enough from corrosion. And so the moment those rally were exposed to corrosion, they wear out. If he could do something very fine out of a very low quality materials available to him, what do you think he will do when he have access to the real deal? But of course, the system is created to make us depend on them. Those of you who think the drama behind coronavirus has ended, fasten your seatbelt. They have just started. They are upgrading. Just imagine how some group of few men turn all of you to criminal. Don't you know when you wear nose mask, you look like criminal? If not coronavirus, you wear nose mask and they see you on the road, you can be arrested for attempted robbery. Today now, everybody has become armed robber. Look at them in the Senate. Look at them everywhere, covering their face like armed robber. Be sincere. You see somebody wearing nose mask and he say, yes, your money. Wouldn't you say, I beg, take my money, think it's an armed robber? Now they have turned all of us to armed robber. This is what they do. They keep you dependent on them. Your traditional medicine is demonic. Your agbidi is demonic. Very soon now they will tell you that Ampu is demonic. Most people don't even know what they are doing in Nigeria. They had a system, the same system was deployed to make you start eating cow. First of all, they banned stockfish. Because outside going to hunt for animal, stockfish was another alternative. Nigerian banned stockfish is a contraband good, and if you have access to it, very expensive. And then they push in cow. Our people ventured into poultry farm. And then all of a sudden they introduced bird flu. Oh, there is bird flu. And then they weaken the power or the financial capacity of those who are involved in poultry farm. Do you know what they do to them? Only just few people who have about 3,000 chicken, 200 pig are allowed to operate. And so under normal circumstances, they can't even supply meat to one community. And so without your knowledge, they keep you dependent on them. But of course, the next generation must harden their heart. Harden your mind against your subordinate. This is the only thing that will ensure your survival. Tell yourself, I will not eat Fulani cow. Tell yourself anything that belongs to them. I avoid it. When you see them coming with this principle or formula, just be guided. Just be guided. Now them. These 5 principles I've mentioned for you, when you see Nigeria coming close to you, understand that they are the one. Nothing more, nothing less. When you see them pushing you on a defensive angle, understand that they are the one. They are the one. Whenever you see any of them trying to criminalize you, understand that they are the one. Not them, not the same people. When you see them trying to demonize you, understand that they are the one. When you see them trying to blackmail you, it is the same people. When you see them trying to make you dependent on them, they are the same people. They have reason why they do what they do. They put you on a defensive angle in order to prevent you from saying your own part of the story. They criminalize you in order to keep you behind bars. They demonize you in order to inflate self-hate on you, which will inevitably destroy the person. Yes, they create system to keep you dependent on them, as this will make you completely and totally dependent on them. That having been said, tell them you understand what they are doing. But at the end, Biafras are going home, and there is nothing they can do about that.
Biafra's
Yes, of course, at this moment, our lines are open. Honestly, my WhatsApp line is having some mental problem, but that having been said, you can still be trying it. But of course, the direct line and the female line is wide open. Our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. There's a direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct line, and the special number for the female is 081-288-58614. Yes, caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Caller on the line. Monitoring Spirit, go ahead please.
Ebe ọ masịrị gị na ị ga-ewepụta isi gị n'ọnụ atụ niile a n'obodo akpa ọkụ mmụọ a na-apịgbusi anya na ha sị na ego enyere ede Nnamdị Kanụ Uche Mefọ na ndị Biafra niile kwere ekwe na mụ onwe m ka anyị wetara Biafra ka ọ rụrụ ụmụ anyị na mma, ọ ga-arụrụ gị na mma. O nwedị ihe ga-eme. Ndị egede na ndị ọkpụ ga-anọnyere gị mgbe niile, ndị ichie niile ha ga-anọnyere gị anwụ anyanwụ ma ọwa ma kpakpando. Ọfa nọ n'isi dede Uche Mefọ, n'isi ụmụ Biafra niile ndị nọ na IPOB ji eziokwu nọ na ndụ ha ka anyị ma na anyị nwere tabo n'ime anyị nsogbu anọ. Bọta onye ọbụla ma onwe ya, ewepụtagele m onwe m kpamkpamkpam maka Chukwu okike ebe amasị m ga-aga ozi a ma nwụọ n'ọkwanụ nga ahụ ka m buli elu m nọ na ụmụnne m ga-eso m ṅụọ ọṅụ na ndị Nnamdị Kanụ agịda atacha ahụhụ ha naanị na anyị ga-asore ya sị m sore jesite ebe Nnamdị Kanụ gara na mepụrụ okwu debedolu na abọdị aja lekiri anya debedolu na ala Biafra niile ga-lekiri anyị na-ekwu anyị eme ihe niile Trump nọkwara anyị na-eche mgbe ọ ga-adọta ata anyị na anyị were che ya edege ya agbanwe Chukwu okike bịa mma edege ya agbanwe oke ọ bụ elu okenye elugoke dike ọkaka edege ya agbanwe kwere nkwado ya edege ya agbanwe otu anyị dị na mpụ ị na-adịgide n'igwe dịgị ya gbanwe oke mmụọ otu ahịhị dị na mpụ gị na-adịgide okike dịgị ya gbanwe ịna ga-agbanwe otu okike abịa kemgbe i kere ọnyanwụ na Book of Genesis chapter 1 ga-adụkwa dị ọsụma ndị ara o ketara ihe niile tupu ya kee mmadụ lekọta ya anya ha bewere anyị na-aza anya nwere ka mere kọmpanị nke a Jumpa company level. I know it's only left that school. I got key them 72. I got 43 days. Don't stop. The sky will come out with that. I don't want to give that also. Biafra. Who is the violence? We shut the war down. Come on, America. America, you know you are a respectful country. As you have made their lot to play. And which Trump is their president. Just see it. It's our leader, not disciplined. Imagine what has done to him. He wants his people to be there. We are before you people. He said he will give people. Second Maccabees, chapter 5. Listen, chapter 20 to 29. This is from verse 1 to end. Second Maccabees, chapter 5.
Thank you very much.
Onyibe, and second Maccabees chapter 15, very, very important. Study it very, very well. If you think that Chukwu is not in heaven, just take it there. Nobody will stop Biafra. If you try to stop Biafra, just like Biafra has already gone, just like taking after shadow. You can't do this again. If it is violent, we will take the land of your back. We will take the land of our farmers. You people know. You want to take our land. And you want to occupy our lives with animals. You have everything to have. We have to fight all over the world. We will stop the whole world. Okay, Biafra.
Thank you very much.
Solomon chapter 3, verse 2 important. the destiny of the wicked and the destiny of the righteous. It's a regular that last way before. On the mobile to how to come to you got that about photos in the come to us and the other day I'm going to the chapter 1 verse 17. What if I become a friend to pass president, which means I'm not a part of the time. If I attack at the Mago, attack at the Mago, let us put them on the ministry. You can talk for a cook. Oh, when you joke to this, oh, no, blood to blood, and some projects, oh, Mark, chapter 10. You never know when it will happen. And I'm going to the coming of the Son of Man. Only a set of us. Only who can I teach us the things of that chapter 12. God take it there. The God in heaven is the only one to go. Worship Him. Only a better way.
Thank you very much. Everybody must hail Biafra. There is no two ways about that. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from?
Good evening, sir.
Here, how are you?
Good evening, sir.
How are you today?
Fine, sir.
Your name and where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Benin Republic.
What is happening there today? Before you go ahead, what is happening in Benin?
Oh, new boss is getting too much. Hardship. Yeah, things are not moving. People are not.
That should be because of the coronavirus. But you people have light.
Hey, people! I'm now. No, watching based in the whole.
That is good to know.
Everything. We're enjoying life. And water. I'm telling you the truth.
That is the gospel truth, I know.
Yeah.
Go ahead, please.
So another thing I want to say is this: that these people that say "Nana parent them mother," Actually, I want to ask. I can brother, hello?
It's old news and we don't have time for them. Go ahead.
Okay. These people that are caustic people. I'm telling you, all these people that wearing red cap, they are caustic people. I'm telling you, there's nothing that they can say that these people that are achieved in Biafra land, nothing. Just using people's blood. We're not going to not what is somewhere or the call now. Every day is what it is. Evil men.
Thank you very much.
Because another thing is for you to become I used to do students are university. Many of them they're not caught. Who these things? Now diary. Because of home boys are national court now school. Now for to get too much because for them to rape all these girls. They will force them for them to be their girlfriend or something like that. All these people that all these students, even if they are from their listening, their lecturer, because the people tradition they don't know any work and advance.
Good evening, my brother. Go ahead.
This is the kitchen and Mariamara. You people are trying.
God is faithful. Thank you very much.
All that was about to, we know that there is a time. All of them will run because during my time, the wife of Mandela go and see Mandela come back, tell the people. The started that Mandela say all the people so they can begin to kill them. And so we do our own. If they will go start killing the one of them will run. That is my own. We are ready, but I wait to leave the way happen. All of us will come down for it.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp.
Hello.
Good evening from here. Your name and where are you calling from? Caller on WhatsApp. Of course, that is Zoo Epileptic Network. Biafrans across the globe must understand one truth. Don't let them push you into any of those conditions. Caller on the line, your name and where are you calling from? Good evening from here. Go ahead.
Good evening, George Onyibe. Keki ime.
Eme Mofoma.
Asimudo Dilunu. Abam Bujo speech Chimweze. Abmonye Nteje. Nteje Dino local government. Local government da Omambala. Ana mekene unu n'ọlụ na anụ. Kenele mu uche maọbụ bụrụ nwaanyị. Mma anụ fịa tinye ya ọkpa elu. Kenele m na ndị Kano. Fịa na omeke. Nke kachasị nke ọ chọrọ ịgbapụta anyị n'oru. Taa na agba ndị mmadụ fịa na uru kachasị oru bụ uru anyị dị bụ n'aka ndị Hausa na ndị politishan. Nke kachasị bụ ịgbapụta anyị. Ọzọ bụrụ na ụlọ Emeka wee tinyela anyị redio, butere anyị redio, retinyela anyị redio ndị igwe ọcha ka m bụ mama Unity 4 Zone 4 ọmama ka m bụ ndị politishan egbuwa anyị. Gọvanọ ndị Imo steeti enye kọntrakt azọgide onye abụkwụ banyere nwa m kọntrakt ụzọ mkpazụ Mbaise. Nwa m wee wekosie ego niile o ji waje lụọ ọrụ si ọrụ ka Georgia sikwu anya ụgwọcha anọ n'elu ya. Nne m nwụrụ ejeketa ụgwọ ka akwụkwọ ọcha. Nwanne gị daa n'ọya ebunyeliketa m nwa m na-eje na-agwa Georgia si akwa. Ọ bụrụ nke abụọ na-ekwu ka ọ na-anụ ibe ọ chọọ ka bazogide onye abụ ma ọ bụrụ na nwatakịrị aka lụsị ọrụ. A na-asụ njisi ike lebani n'ụlọ anyị bịara. Onye ọbụla na-asụ na Biafra anyị abịara anakpudi ya. Ị na-eketa ọbara mmụ mmadụ akwagburu ya anaghị ekpudosiba ncha niile n'ovu kabara bụ ndị politishan abụ na nteje anyị ibe na nteje anyị gosi egbe bunyezie mụazị a na-awụnye elu. Anyị masịrịba a na-esi nje nteje jụọra sịra kedu ibe mee nekweni banyị na IPOB onye bụ ebe anọ n'ebe anọ bụ IPOB mmesịa bụ ndị Hausa ọkwa 12 o'clock ndị Hausa esi ma aba aga mgbe Ọnịcha na-agbaje ọbụna o nwere onye nwa be anyị ndị be anyị nyelibe ana ebe ba na-eje ala mkpọ ụmụazị alụsịla tapụkwa niile egbe na ọ bụrụkwa n'ibe a ka anyị na-ekwu na Port Harcourt. Ibe anyị na-ekwu bụ ka anyị malị ka anyị esi mechụa ndekene ndị Hausa unu gbaba nkịtị nya uche unu dị ya asị ya na natara nya asị m unu jisi n'ike leba n'ụlọ anyị dara anyị enweta Biafra. Anyị abanye na ana Biafra. Onye ọbụla sị na anyị abịara na ana Biafra isi kpuo onye isi ya egbube n'aha Jizọs. Daalụ jisi ike.
Thank you very
Daalụ
much.
lụrụ n'gaba.
We must continue. Caller on WhatsApp, are you still there? Caller on WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Here. Go ahead, please. Your name
Good
and where you're
evening.
calling from.
Yeah. My name is Ndubisi Nwaba. I'm calling from South Africa, Cape Town.
Do you people
I'm
have
from
light? Do you people have light in South Africa in your location?
Always.
What about drinking water?
Always. We are not. We are drinking water. Everything is fine here. We are not like zoo. Zoo is darkness. Zoo represents darkness.
All right, go ahead with
we
your
are having
introduction.
like 24 hours electricity. So my name is Ndbisi Mwabwa. I'm from Ekruloya, Anambra, Biafra land. So I just want to sing a song for the Biafrans. Oh, Naputa wo Biafra na la peti. O me wo kai kuzo nelu kenkume wo. O tinye wo aboto no no ita. Abu tutu hallelujah. All hail Biafra.
All must hail Biafra.
So Okunaga Nando Nasina Nine Mefa Nine our leader and Mefin stop. Yotago. So if they understand, they will know what we are fighting for, what our leader is fighting for. They say that we insult them. Like our leader said yesterday, they say that we insult them, but we must do it. Sometimes God, the devil have come and we are going to cut off its head. Our leader, we want them to understand there is method in our madness. We appear mad, yes, but if they calm down, they will understand that our method is delivering results. Every time they use it, that's who we are. They will like to argue. Come on, we, the blacks here, are saying, our leader, if only who is joking, I never go to unnecessary argument. Unnecessary argument. The elder, how will how they can't stand on the truth. They don't want to stand on the truth. So because they are running out of times and they will be held there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Yes, we must continue.
I say, may God continue to guide my leader. Amen.
Thank you very much. Of course, our people must understand how these people function, and then they cannot do anything. Are you there, caller on the line? Caller on the line? But of course, we lost that caller. Caller on WhatsApp, are you there? Caller, good evening. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from? First of all, move away from your radio set.
I've moved away from my radio set, Mazi.
Go ahead.
Mazi, obi na-atọ m ụtọ na topic nke iji na mgbede anyasị wee na-aga. Ịma ụmụ nwanne anyị ha na-efili na ya amaghị ihe ha na-eme. N'ihi na ha na-ewezi ya dịka ndị iberibe ka atụrụ ha na-akpọpụta na-egbu anyị dịka ndị na ya amaghị ihe. But o nwere ofu ihe a chọrọ ka ha mata. Oge mgbe egburu ka o ji akpọ nwụọ. Because ha niile bukwa n'obe ekwe m na ha ga-ehi n'ụlọ ha because onye ọbụla ga-apụta chezi bịa che nche a. N'ihi na mgbe mmiri a ga-ezo ma mụọ ma hawa anyị niile ga-anọchakwa na nche o. N'ihi na Chineke adịla mbụ mee ka anyị mara na ihe ọbụla anyị hụrụ na ya kwụchi ike na ọ ga-erigi anyị. So ha mara na ụmụ anyị ugbu a anaghị amụtala ịgwọ ọgwụ, anaghị ga na-agwụgbukwa ha n'ọgwụ, anaghị ga na-emekwa na ka ha mata na ọgwụ dị mma. Ọ bụghị ndị niile na-akpọ nna m ga-abalị eze a. Ọgwụ naanị ndị ọbụla kwụchiri ike nwe obi ogologo ndụ bụ ndị ga-enweta ndụ a. Ịtasi obi ike wee kwụchi ike ma brother ị ga-eso ndị ga-enweta alaeze a. So for those of us ndị nke na-agbalịsi ike iji mee ka alaeze a wee bịa, Chukwu okike abịa ma ga-agbaji onye ọbụla n'ime. Ma na-asịkwa n'ohere a ana m ekele maazị na mbọ nke na-agba ịkwụsị ndị gịta ya ike jidisi ike na-eme ya. Ka Chukwu okike abịa ma nọnyere gị ma nọzie gị na Chukwu okike abịa ma ise.
Wana. Yes, we must continue. Are you there, caller? Good evening from here. Go ahead, please. Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is
Go ahead.
Biafra land. People only shine. Onyibe. I'm a colleague. I'm from the there was wind and the car. It's a message. You can make we have a program managed, but we couldn't pay the main pump to you. You found the main pump to you now. Hello?
Go ahead.
You found the main pump to you now. You can be planning the bank. And you cannot take your future. You don't understand. I cannot do the idea of the science and the medical. Yeah, I won't be a idea of this maybe the latest. A five men at the bank. We are to see them at the idea.
Are you a member of IPOB?
No.
No.
I don't remember, but
this is how we look at it. You are not a member of IPOB. And you call me on radio and say, what do we do? Let's begin to talk it. We are going to come to your house, don't worry. That is why we are talking. Look for IPOB family and join. You will understand what is going on.
I come back.
So the reason I'm getting involved with your conversation is that you are coming to advise IPOB and you are not a member. It's not everything they talk on radio. Go ahead.
Na debu mmadụ n'uli na n'oge ya bịara be ya gbata egbe rọbụta ya kpọrọkwa nkwa ya nwaanyị dị 22 years okwu ndị a na-erute isi months anyị na-ebiri ịkwado akwado mara what to do over this people. And the other thing about this our elders so that I'm going to hear the Danny and I gave the mission and the one I say have those in Obrona Yoga. Edujo face this our elders are all fabricated source. Enemy that side enemy can penetrate easily. This our elders are. I had on it, and I did there from Bowen. This our elder. If you could have Hana, let a hamper waka. Because any issue, any time will land the car. And the IPOB, because people are what to do. Because I know people are born at least in the tire, and they still know too much.
Thank you.
And this is when I see in the before our proper something years ago. And grandmother.
Thank you very much. Your complaints are noted. But there is an adage in my place. He said, Mbumbu mini amangu nyabo, Mbumbu mini amangu nyabo. Ugu kiji set, unyo lekaze fanedie, nilime hechuku senyi dime, haimegwe nya lodi azonu etime nyeka. Neko ha. Let's we just trying to manage collateral damage. Of course, whether we fight them or we don't fight them, the truth is that they will fight us. Just trying to manage collateral damage. Are you there, caller on the line?
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Shalom to you, sir.
Shalom.
I'm Chizoba calling from Ngokbala in Eziama zone. Ungobala. I still made a complaint last time that since January we haven't got our monthly dues receipt. I don't know what is happening. Like for me now, I'm an IPOB member, I'm a coordinator of my zone, and since all this while, I have not paid from January. I have not paid my monthly dues, and my leader Abraham or Imo State Zone. He's not giving us, and he's giving other people. He don't want to give us our monthly dues with it. I don't know what to do.
Let me ask you. Do you have a finance officer in your unit?
Yes, they have gone to Owerri.
Hold on. You are not listening to me. Abraham is not a finance officer. He's a coordinator, and that is applicable to you. You are a coordinator, and the last time I checked, no coordinator have any right to get involved with finance department. Please, my brother, tell your finance officer from your unit to contact the zona, from the zona to the LGA, from LGA to the region, from the region, if possible, outside the state, go to the national until you get their attention. But if you, as a coordinator, I understand what you're trying to say, and those involved are listening. But what I'm telling you is that you will be shocked that Abraham don't have power, including you, when it comes to finance issue. Judge Onyibe don't have power there. It is only the finance department can help you. Look for a way and get to Nayanya. Sometimes he's not aware of the receipt you are talking about. Don't you know Auditor General, Sister Marachi Begift? Contact her.
Yes, you have.
Hold on. Contact her.
Okay, sir.
And you went to her. What happened?
I sent my finance this in my unit. Then when they didn't give them, they give other people in this, but they didn't give Ungopal. I don't know what is happening.
You people need to find out from the state if something is wrong. If your unit is recognized, do not blame your state coordinator. Okay, but don't blame your state coordinator because he's not in finance department. Try and sort out whatever the problem is with the finance department.
But,
thank you.
Because the thing is drawing Gopala back, sir. It's drawing Gopala back.
I understand what you have said. I want to believe you. What you're looking for solution to this very challenge. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
And then patiently and meticulously follow it up. You will get to them. Don't worry.
Sir. Please, please help us, sir. Help us, sir. Help us, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
I will try and talk to your state about that. Thank you very much. And
yes,
be
sir.
good.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, my
sir.
brother.
Yeah.
We must continue. Yes, caller on the line. Are you still there?
Yeah. Good evening, sir.
Good evening from here.
I'm Fibo. I'm in state. I know not been so I'm going and I'm really.
Go ahead. The word is listening.
All right. In fact, I am very grateful. Obi the moton kuku maka. Here now, Kumazi na the Kaminaro. I'm very, very happy because I don't know how this Mazi na the Kaminaro. Amaham Eba Madibu. Ikanota. Yes, man. All those discussions here in Milan are alive. Go to my killing last month. Alamola. I saw what they did. They had no more. Yeah. Eba na Rubo na achọ kasi anyhow in the sense that and the police is doing their butcher na fair and then na achọ ndị Fulani here na ebe na ni. So I've been very grateful for what Martin and the canon the one around and the most highest level and the able to come out only to contribute. Come on, whosoever that is against obedient to Biafra onya kwa cause kolele ironwe. That whosoever is against my president to Biafra, which I believe what they got already. That what is written is written. No Jupiter. Like a so go and using all that. They forget about the poor masses. So I've been very happy for your works. I've been very happy.
Thank you very much.
Yes. And I believe the Biafra, David and Odebo this year, Daga fight this year. It's my belief.
Thank you very much.
As far as our God is alive, David this year. Because you all amass now the can it always come to pass. So far as I also Lebanon and this year it will not Daga fight, and I believe that is how it will be. Yes.
Thank you very much. We must continue. Caller on the line, are you still there?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, please.
Good evening, all dear friends. Good evening, lovers of freedom. This is the only son of our beloved land, Biafra, and Onyibe the Wajan miscreant, alias Ndana Barim Mother. Sir, it is an interesting one today. Let me start by retracing back to the first lecture you had with our mother. I think they are listening to me. They asked a question, and in return, that question has two ways to answer it. It has a positive side, it has a negative side, but all of them are heading down for the restoration of Biafra. Whether the call for the restoration of Biafra remains the call for war, we will do it in a perfect way. They will not engage ourselves in any war that will take us more than 1 week. I assure them that. And also, let me go back again. Sir, do you remember that there is an orchestrated plan that the Caliphate agreed with the Britons that made them came out after 3 days and hands off their ammunition, that Sokoto Caliphate have won the Britons. Now, somebody is telling me that there is nothing behind what they have orchestrated then to tell me that I'm calling for freedom. There is a war. Now, it is a war because they don't want to run out from the agreement they held within themselves then. In 1959, so sure that the first census was alternated by this single-handed Britain against Biafrans. And somebody is telling me also that the call for freedom is a call for war. This is because the person has a reason to hold down the agreement of the Britons between the Sokoto Caliphate. So that is just it. But coming to this second lecture, I think there is a media deceptive strategy that they have used so much against us. You know that this afternoon I was just listening to one of the FM. This evening, yes, before your program coming. This evening, there's this program they were holding on this FM down here. They were telling the youth and the people of Nigeria who claim they are Nigeria to turn in their money in their load their phone and call them. Tell them what is that kind of business you want to do, and you don't have the money, you don't have the capital, so that they give you ideas to do it. I was just laughing where I was. I said the Biafrans are naturally born, talented people. We don't need to learn any trade. Just give us the access and we'll do it more perfect than those who have learned it. Now, the question is this. Why will you be asking the youth to turn in and give you their ideas when there are policies that are bringing us down every day in this country? We go out there to do some passing business. They give you policies like the North and West Economic Agreement between Kule and Al-Haji. And they have fulfilled it. And you are telling me to give you idea. Which idea? There is no price control in this country. There is nothing that can back me up if I have a little, thought of ideas to survive myself in any business. And people are telling me that they don't have a plan against us. And you want me to believe that I'm in Nigeria? I can never even be in Nigeria. Sir, I want to tell Modo, I don't even know, since they born me, I've not seen Modo's face before. But yesterday I saw his face on Facebook. I realized, my spirit told me that man, if you run a DNA test on him, that man is a Fulani born Hausa man. And I'm telling him, Modo, if no other person can do it, me, I'm good in doing that. I'm not a born again if you think I'm a born again. Only the day I will get you, your life will be taken by me. Tell the whole world that I am the one insulting you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm back from here.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother Onyibe who did not introduce himself, but we must continue. Thank you very much. This is where we draw the curtain for this evening segment. Honestly, the woman will carry belle, not the blue whistle, they deliver. And the woman waiting for labor room, they do. Now lie, they shout. Biafra is pregnant, and we are already in the labor room. And don't worry, it's just going to be a matter of time. The child will come forth. That having been said, instead of you busy trying to analyze us, just go and do the right thing. It really doesn't matter your position. But everybody, we will assure you in the end that Biafrans are going. Everybody must hail Biafra, because we are Biafra and we make no apology about that. I want to appreciate those of you who were able to call, and my apology to those that cannot receive their call at this moment. But that having been said, tomorrow is another day. Do have a wonderful day or night ahead of you. Nde wonu udo derende cho udo. Good night.
Of Biafra, in Biafra land, we're running to Saguari away from our back province. Legend Rasta, Baba Chums, boom.
Danny plays on the beat.
I see you, Jenny.
See me, I come from Biafra. See, I come from Biafra. I come from the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth. See me, I come from Biafra. Oh, I am from Biafra. Yeah, I'm proud of the land of the rising sun. It's the land of my birth.
I will never be frustrated. I will never run away.
I will never run away.
I will always believe in the word the king that my father told me. Oh, my Biafra is a beautiful place. And it's so good for the people to live. No wonder people they are free, no pressure here to see. If you like, make you follow me, go. I'm gonna show you many things you will like, and so be inside the Biafra life.
See me, I come from Biafra. See, I come from Biafra. I come from the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth. See me, I come from Biafra. Oh, I am from Biafra. Yeah, I'm proud of the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth.
Wanna go. Plenty things I see make me wanna go. No matter what the people say, no matter what they do. Biafra is my land full of good people. No matter what they do to bring us back. Forward ever, backward never. Let me hear you say freedom. Brother, let me hear you say freedom. Let me hear you say freedom. My sister, let me hear you say no, no. Freedom. Oh, yeah, nah.
See me, I come from Biafra. See, I come from Biafra. I come from the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth. See me, I come from Biafra. Oh, I am from Biafra. Yeah, I'm proud of the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth. See, I'm the daughter of the Most High. We are the children of the Most High. They are planning for our downfall, but the Most High is on our side. Gone are the days of misery. Truly, right now we are seeing victory. Hey, all I see is freedom. No matter what they do, we are gonna be free. Hey, I'm proud to be a Biafran, baby. I'm not ashamed to be a Biafran, baby. See me, I come from Biafra. See, I come from Biafra. I come from the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth. See me, I come from Biafra. Oh, I am from Biafra. Yeah, I'm proud of the land of the rising sun. Is the land of my birth. I'm proud to be a Biafran.
Make way for them and there. You don't call them and do them and have the vampires. Make way for them. This way you not them and there. For Abba Province there. We gotta put respect to our leader, Mazin Namdekano. May you go to my bless and protect all Biafrans. We love Biafra. One love.